All right. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful day since we last spoke. Let me say what's good to everybody. Oh man, we're gonna have a good one today because Gervonta Davis got set free from some guys that, to me, looks like they may have been trying to extort Gervonta out of some money. Second thing we're gonna talk about is Charlo winning big. I want to keep talking about Charlo because Charlo showed that he had heart. He said that he didn't care if Caleb Plant dropped the ball or not. He wants to fight Caleb Plant next so that he can get his lick back. You got to give a lot of credit to Charlo for that. And then Errol Spence, we're going to talk about him and my sneaking suspicion that I know what is going on inside of that camp. And I think that he's got a couple fight plan here, buddy. Got a couple fight plan that is obvious. It's not something that you need inside sources for, bro. You just need to read the tea leaves, and I think we'll see where it's going. Gilbert Jimenez in the building. What's going on? Denali Smith in the building. What's happening? Meaty Riley. What up, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. He said, good morning, Brother Martin. Peace and peace to the chat. Yes, sir. Platinum Alkaline Water in the building. What's going on? All things. What's up? Antonio Shia in the building. DH said, good morning, brother. Blessing. Smash the like button. Chat. Team Spence. Team Tank. Team Charlo. Team Boots. I'm team all that. Definitely Team Spence. Definitely Team Tank. Definitely Team Charlo. Jermel and Jamal. And I am definitely Team Jerron Boots Ennis. What's up, David Howard? How are you this morning, man? Andy Gill in the building. What up, man? Control LeGroux, brother. What's up, man? What's up? Gabe Toss. What's up? Just Do Boxing in the building. What's going on, man? How you feeling, sir? Bank Hayes. What's up? David Tassane. What's going on? Kevin Rice. Bruh. 650. What up? Vi Ferrer. Shout out to Canada, man. Shout out to Brazil. And shout out to Canada. Big Kev. I think I said it was a Big Kev. What is it? CNI 804. Shout out to you, man. Let me slide down. Shout out to everybody else. D Grant in the building. JD. What's going on, sir? That's my son's nickname, JD. D Grant. Shout out to Gary, Indiana. You ain't nothing but Chicago on the other side of the border, you know. Oh, man. Okay, so first of all, I got to make a little bit of an announcement. I think that it is safe for me to say that I struck a deal with the two biggest promotional outfits in boxing to help provide content on this channel and to help promote, obviously, the fighters that fight for those two particular promotional companies. So, and I get to do it without selling myself out. And I love it to death, man. So I want to say, man, thank you very much to Bob Arum. I want to say thank you very much to Al Heyman and say thank you very, very, very much to Leonard Ellerby. Because even though I did not speak to them specifically, there's no way that I could have got that deal if those guys did not know and approve it. So the fact that they approved the deal, to me, man, I just got to say thank you to Bob Arum, bro, because Bob Arum could have definitely said no to me. He could have said no to me. The PBC could have said no to me. You know what I mean? But they didn't say no. And matter of fact, they came and they approached me through a third party. And so, man, I'm really, really happy, man. I'm really, really happy. I think that that's going to be able to take the channel back to what we originally wanted to do before we got all into the gossipy shit, you know, all the name buzzing in there. What's that name buzzing in the street, Fanon? Yeah, Control. Look, let me tell you, man, when I wind up doing it, because it's still some steps that has to be finished. But just to let you know, I just have to say thank you to Bob Arum for even considering me. And I have to say thank you to Al Heyman and thank you to Leonard Ellerby, because I know for sure that Leonard Ellerby is a big supporter of this channel. I know that Sam Watson is a big supporter of this channel. And I've always been a big supporter of the PBC. So just the opportunity to even work with these guys in even a little tiny way is a dream come true for me, man. It's really a dream come true. It's a bit of a risk for the channel, but at the same time, man, you know, they're giving me an opportunity to really do something that I want to do. And I feel really happy about it, man. Denali Smith said, yes, sir, Fanon. Love to hear that. Congrats. Yeah, man. And I would like to say thank you to Turkey Al-Sheikh. Because if Turkey Al-Sheikh had not fucked up so bad, PBC and Top Rank may have never thought that they needed anybody in the capacity that they need me. You know, or not saying that they need me. I don't want to say that they need me. I'm just saying that, hey man, they need what they're doing. They need what they're doing. They really need what they're doing. And to see that these guys are making that move, you'll see it over the next couple of days. I got a meeting tomorrow. And then I got a couple it'll probably be like a meeting tomorrow. And then after that, I think it'll be pretty quick. Big Cabby say, yep, congrats, bro. Thanks, man. Because if you guys know the channel, I used to do a lot of, I love boxing, man. You know what I mean? I love boxing. I love the X's and O's in boxing. But it's very hard to learn and really appreciate it if you have to defend Gervonta Davis every day from the newest lie that gets concocted. By the way, I would like to say that I think, this is my personal opinion, that Gervonta Davis just got set free. That he just got set free. Because a court of law caught some people doing some shit that they shouldn't be doing. Okay, let me repeat. Gervonta Davis is set free because there were some guys that were doing some shit that they shouldn't have been doing. And we'll talk about it. But Gervonta Davis is a free man from some dudes that were probably up here trying to extort this dude out of all kind of money. And let me tell you the facts of it. Let me tell you the facts. Gervonta Davis turned pro in like 2013. When he turned pro in 2013, he hired two managers, a manager and a financial backer. The guys' names are Wayne Roy, and Kevin Batiste. Those were the two people that were working with Gervonta, I guess, when Gervonta Davis was fighting for AB on About Billions, right? So Gervonta winds up signing with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Al Heyman, and breaking from Wayne Roy and Kevin Batiste. This is my understanding of what took place, right? Now, watch this. Gervonta originally signed with these guys in October of 2013. Let's count until February 2014. That's November 13th, December 13th, January 13th, February 13th. That is 4 months and 1 day that those guys did business together. 4 months and 1 day. And do you know what they claimed? They sued Gervonta Davis and said Gervonta Davis owed them $35,000. Gervonta Davis did not show up to court. Young men always show up to court. Always show up to court. It makes it so much worse when you don't show up to court. So Gervonta doesn't go to court, right? And they put a judgment in favor of these two guys, right? Of Wayne and Kevin. They collect $2,000 from Gervonta and go back to court and say, hey, Gervonta Davis has only paid us $2,000. Gervonta Davis then, I guess Gervonta Davis is forced to pay, but guess what? Gervonta Davis winds up paying them $400. Watch this shit. He owed them $35,000. He wound up paying $486,000 to them. Now watch this. Even though they got $485,000 from Gervonta, $468,000 from Gervonta, they refused to tell the judge that he had paid them the money. And instead of telling the judge we got $468,000 from Gervonta, they didn't tell the court anything and continued to do discovery on Gervonta. What does discovery mean? Discovery means they're going around trying to find out who's paying Gervonta any money and demanding that the people that pay Gervonta Davis money pay them money. That has to be what it is doing when they say they went about discovery. How do you owed $35,000, you get $468,000, and you think you need to still be looking for more money? Guess what the judge did? The judge threw it out. The judge said, that's it. He paid you $468,000 against $35,000 in debt. You know what that shit is? That's loan sharking. That's loan sharking is what that is. You put some money up for the kid, and you think you own that kid for the rest of his life. And you're going to run around bugging everybody else about paying you money that he doesn't even own you, doesn't even owe you? What did I tell you guys about these bullies running around boxing gyms? Didn't I tell you that there's a bunch of bullies running around boxing gyms trying to break up fights, trying to do all kind of crazy shit? Is this not another example of me telling you I told you so? Gervonta Davis, you want to know why Gervonta Davis may be saying one to say fuck boxing? Because of shit like that. Because he's got a guy hanging on him, demanding more and 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 more money. Let me tell you something, man. Kevin Batista, you need to fuck off and go away. Wayne Roy, you need to fuck off and go away. You got $500,000 off the kid. What else do you want, man? That's enough. You invested in the guy way back in 2013, and you hit the jackpot. You had a great fighter. You hit the jackpot. You did not invest $400,000 in that kid. No fucking way did you invest almost $500,000 in him, on him, inside of 4 months. Because you were only with him for 4 months. $35,000 over 4 months, that's kind of big too. To owe somebody $35,000 for 4 months of 4 months of representation. But then he gets a big contract and you want to jump on the big contract. That's what you wanted to do. You want to jump on the big contract, and then you want to extort the PBC, and then ask this is what it looks like to me, at least. You want to extort the PBC and try to sneak off any bit of money you can get out of that kid's pocket. I got you, Bird 101. This is why people get shot, robbing a young man's money like that. Yeah, that'll get you clipped. 400,000, almost 500,000. It's closer to 500,000. You charge this man almost $100,000 a month. Almost $100,000 a month. But you're uplifting you, I'm sure. But guess what they're going to do, though? They're going to go around Baltimore, and they're going to give out turkeys during Thanksgiving. They're going to turn around and give them a turkey. You know, when they extort all this money out of the one kid that makes it out of that neighborhood, you're going to then steal all his money, invest what, $2,000 in turkeys on Thanksgiving, and hand out turkeys like you're some fucking superhero or something? Leave the kids alone, man, you petty thugs. Just leave the kids alone, man. Go make some money doing some other shit, man. Earn an honest living, man. You know what I mean? Earn an honest living. If you say that you're gonna say you're gonna support and help a kid and get a kid somewhere, that's fine. Make your money while you help that kid get somewhere. But when you've made your money, and you are wrong if you try to keep dragging it and dragging it out and dragging it out and dragging it out, and for you not to even report to the court that you already got $468,000. That's why the court threw your shit out. Threw it out. Which means you don't have any beef whatsoever. And I'm telling you, bro, y'all better not try to step to Gervonta. I'm telling you right now, you two little pissed off niggas better not be trying to step to Gervonta after that judge threw that shit out. Okay? You went to court, you lost, you got $468,000. Sit down and shut up. Sit down and shut up. I swear to God, y'all are so selfish, man. Look, KK said Davis is not going to let anyone take advantage. Look, if you don't have the muscle to keep guys off your back, you have to pay up because you don't have a choice. If you don't have the muscle, that's why I'm saying you should be very careful with the people that you go into business with, man, because a contract doesn't mean anything if you can't enforce it. It doesn't mean a thing if you can't enforce it. Doesn't mean a thing if you can't enforce it. And they got your name on a piece of paper, so they have some legal basis to work with you. But then you don't have any muscle to keep these dudes from demanding more and demanding more and demanding more and demanding more and demanding more. Somebody need to take a bat and bump that shit up against somebody's head. Not seriously hurt him, but just concuss him real fast. You know what I mean? Make them a little dizzy headed real quick so they understand that there's things on your body that are worth more than $500,000. So if you steal $500,000 from my guy, I'm going to take $500,000 off your body. Okay? I'm going to take that shit off your body. Directly off your body. I mean, like an arm or some shit. You're going to be walking around like an amputee. Like, for real, you guys got to stop this dumb shit, bro. How are you going to try to snitch? How are you going to try to snatch $500,000 out this kid's pocket, man? Just because this kid was sleeping on the street. He doesn't deserve the benefit. At a certain point, he doesn't deserve the benefit of all his work. I guess Calvin Ford, I guess he has to pay Calvin Ford $15 million a fight. Calvin Ford deserves $15 million a fight because he was the first trainer for Gervonta. Let me tell you about you petty thugs, bro. You petty thugs are going to go the way of the dodo. Let me repeat. You petty thugs in boxing are going to go the way of the dodo. Do you know what going the way of the dodo means? The dodo is an extinct bird. So when they say you're going to go the way of the dodo, they mean that you're going to go the way of an extinct bird. You petty thugs are going to leave these people alone. I'm telling you, you're going to leave them alone or you're going to regret it. You're going to leave them alone or you're going to regret it. One or the other. Oh, he said, hey, Fanon, the muscle is important physically and mentally. You have to learn certain skills so the mutts don't take advantage. These mutts look for a come up. I agree 100%, Mr. Hamlet. I agree 100%. But that's how you got to know how to get out of contracts, and you got to abide by the contract to the letter of the law. And Gervonta Davis's mistake was that he didn't go to court the first time so that they could have said, okay, you owe $35,000. Great, I owe $35,000. Can I enter into a payment plan? And then you pay him $5,000 a fight for 7 fights and be up and be out of there. But because you didn't do that, matter of fact, you might have got off with less than $35,000 because they were probably claiming more than you actually owed. You all right? He said, yeah, all right. Every fight, no trainer worth that. Fact, bro, I'm just telling you, man. I'm a big supporter of Gervonta. And I've been telling you there's people running around that man's gym. I've been telling you there are people running around his gym. I've been telling you there have been people that have been holding up fights with venues. And guess what will happen? Do you know how you can shut down a fight? All you have to do is claim to a venue that you own rights to that fighter. And if you air that fight, I'm going to sue you. So you have some third-party guy threatening to sue anybody that fights Gervonta Davis or any venue that puts a fight on unless they give them a portion of Gervonta Davis's purse. I'm going to tell you, dude, Wayne Roy, that day is over, brother. That day is over, Wayne Roy. And Kevin Batista, you already got your money, bro. You already got your money. At this point in time, you're trying to take advantage of people, man. And ain't nobody going for that, bro. If you got $500,000 out of Gervonta Davis for 4 months of representation, you need to shut up, sit down, and be glad. And do not ask for another penny before somebody come and get that money back up out you. Okay? You got your $400,000. You got your investment. Leave the shit alone. I mean, who is teaching these young men? If I invest $100,000 in a young fighter, I invest $100,000 in a young fighter. What is a reasonable return on my investment for $100,000? $200,000? $300,000? If you put in 100 and you get 300,000 back, you've tripled your money. That's the time when you say thank you very much. You shake his hand and you let that man go on about his life. You know, what rate of profit do you expect, Mr. Battisti? What's your rate of profit that you get in investing your money anywhere else? Anywhere else, You invest $35,000, you expect to get more than 500,000 back? You're nothing but a loan shark, man. You're a loan shark, bro. You've already got your money. Sit down, shut up, and stop trying to attack Gervonta Davis at every fucking corner because he didn't want to work with you anymore. You're a little guy. You're a little guy. When little guys get big paydays, little guys should be happy about big paydays. The problem is when little guys try to be big guys. Nigga, you're a little guy. You got a big payday. You're a little guy that got a big payday. Now you're trying to stick your hands in the pockets of people with big money? No. Sit down, take your $500,000 and go find another fighter to invest $100,000 in. See, you got your money. You got $368,000. You got your original $100,000 back. You can take your $100,000, find another young athlete to invest it in them, and see if you can flip it to another $500,000. If you do that 4 or 5 times, bro, you're going to make $1 million, $2 million. And you're going to have a good reputation. You're acting like you're some Rick Glazier shit. This is, from what I understand, some Rick Glazier type shit. Where you got guys going around signing fighters and saying, oh, I can get you a fight on this promoter's card. So you want to take a fee, the promoter takes a fee, the manager takes a fee, the advisor takes a fee, and what do you leave the fighter with? A concussion. A concussion and death and debt. Exactly. Sit your little ass down. Like, for real, sit your little ass down. You get in the way of a lot of people's money, bro. You are getting away. These dudes, I'm trying to tell you, man, milk carton, bro. Milk carton. All I'm telling you, if this was Chicago, milk carton. In Chicago, you know how we do this? This is how this happens in Chicago. A little dude invests some money in a fighter. A little dude. And I'm talking about mafia. Okay? I'm talking straight mafia. I'm not talking about nothing else but mafia. I'm going to tell you how they do it in Chicago. The mafia. How they do it. A little dude gets some money, right? A little dude finds something and he finds a talent or he finds some plug and he's got a deal that he can make a bunch of money off of, right? What does he have to do? He has to pass it up the chain. He has to pass it up the chain. And the big guys say, oh, we like that. We like that. Okay, we'll support that. And then the big guys support it, right? But guess what? You brought that to the big guys. At a certain point in time, you better get your hands out the big guys' pockets. Okay? Because the big guys are the ones that paid Gervonta that $500,000. How do you think Gervonta got the $500,000 that you got? They got it from us. That's our money. That's our money that we paid to that person. You brought that person to us and you deserve reward for that. But if you start trying to extort that person and you start trying to drive up costs on that person and affecting my business, buddy, milk carton time. Milk carton time. We're going to put you on a fucking box and pass your ass around. Okay? Stop trying to steal from people, man. Okay? Stop trying to steal. That is not Gervonta Davis's money. Gervonta Davis got that money from people that passed that money to Gervonta Davis, and you want to peck and pick off him because you can't get no money off the big boys. So I'm going to tell you something, young. I'm going to tell you something, youngin. We're going to send some big boys to your house. Yeah, we are. We're going to send some big niggas over there. And we're going to let you talk to some big niggas. And we're going to see whether or not you're going to accept $400,000, $500,000 from them. I bet you take $2,000. I bet he drops $2,000 on your lap and you go away. He going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Leave Gervonta Davis alone. There's your money. If you ever say another word to him, bro, I'm coming to get my money back and I'm coming to get you. That's Chicago right there. I'm telling you. I don't know what you niggas do in Baltimore, But when you play above your food grade too much in Chicago, let me tell you something that I did. I cut a huge deal. I'm telling you, man, I cut a huge deal. I cut a deal between the city of Chicago, the city of New Orleans, the city of Memphis, and the city of DC. I connected, no joke, bro. I connected the entire political organizations of all those cities for the contracts, for the underlying business, for the illegitimate business, all of it. Do you know how much money I got? Zero. You know why? Because it was above my pay grade. So all I could do was just say, hey, Mayor Daley, would you like to meet these people? Would you like to know about this thing? So I gave the idea to Mayor Daley, and Mayor Daley executed the idea. Do you think I got a right to run around and call construction companies from the city of Chicago and say, you better give me that money for that snow removal in DC? I need my money for that snow removal contract. Hey, I'm gonna go down to New Orleans. Hey, you know all those new all that new construction you got on your roads down there? You better give me my money. No, I didn't get any money for the road construction. I didn't get any money for the gambling. I didn't get any money on the prostitution. I didn't get any money on the IT. I didn't get any money on the roads. I didn't get any money in the parks and rec. I didn't get money in the hospitals. But guess who got money in the hospitals? All of Daley's people got all that. But guess what I would have done if I ran around trying to tell these people to give me something? Milk carton time. It's milk carton time. You niggas need to stop playing above your pay grade. You all are believing this rap music where you think, you just been in the streets for 18 months, that there's some path to you. There ain't no path, nigga. Ain't no path. Ain't no path. It's going to get you past it because you've already blown it. You've already tricked. You've already snitched. You've already extorted. You've already done all this shit. So why is anybody going to fuck with you? And Turkey ain't got no muscle. Fuck Turkey. And how many times I told y'all to fuck Turkey? How many times? I'm like 100 now? Matter of fact, let me say fuck Turkey 5 times. Fuck Turkey, fuck Turkey, fuck Turkey, fuck Turkey, fuck Turkey. I bet I don't go apologize. Hey, did you see Radio Raheem and Zettel videos? No, I haven't. You sent me like 400 videos. Please do a video on T.O. kissing Turkish ring. I will. May have a 10 count for the 10 count for the victims of the terrorist attack in Boulder. For sure. I got to give you a moment of silence. Rest in peace. Nah, but didn't I tell you? I told you that these people were in these gyms and that they were the reason that these fights are being delayed. These guys are the reasons that these people are having problems outside the ring. That's what they're doing. And anybody that hangs out with Rick Glazier, anybody that quotes Rick Glazier, I already learned from manager Marty exactly what it was that how Rick Glazier earns his living. And I'm going to tell you, this guy, Wayne Roy and Kevin Batista, sound pretty much like they're in the same business as Rick Glazier is. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you. The day of you petty bullies is over. I'm telling you, the day of you petty bullies in boxing is over. That shit is not going to fly much longer, bro. I'm telling you. Do you understand how much heat is on y'all right now? Seriously, bro, I have proven to people how much money you stole from them. Yes, I did. I already proved exactly how much money they stole. So, and guess what else I did? I also figured out exactly how you stole it and who you gave it to. I know all these things. Blue Blood's source is Glazier. Facts. Yeah, because that's what they're petty thugs. Let me tell you about Rick Glazier, phenomenal show. Rick Glazier thinks he's this big mob guy, right? Let's just be real. What it sounds like to me is that Rick Glazier thinks he's some New Jersey or New York wise guy. Do you know what a wise guy is? A wise guy is like, they're the mafia, but they're the New York, New Jersey mafia. That's what he sounds like. When the way that he talks, the way that he behaves. Do you know what we will do to a New Jersey mobster in Chicago? Do you know what Chicago does to New York City mobsters? To New Jersey mobsters? We look at them like they're fucking jokes. We look at them like, who are these fucking clowns? That's what we think of you. Ain't nobody scared of nobody in New Jersey. Ain't nobody scared of nobody in Philadelphia. Ain't nobody scared. Well, yeah, y'all need to be scared of some niggas in Philadelphia. But ain't nobody scared of no niggas in Jersey. And ain't nobody scared of none of you niggas in New York. None of you. But we do see what you're doing. And what you're doing is you're extorting these young people. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And what you're doing is you're fleecing investment funds is what you're doing. You're fleecing hedge funds by falsely representing a fight as an investment. Bro, I've not forgotten. We know what's going on. We know what's going on. And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all better go call your local FBI agent and turn yourself in. Your best option right now, instead of that milk carton, is to go run over there to the feds, and you better snitch. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. I feel free. Phenomenal Show said, yep, that was Rick Glazer's original beef with Al Heyman. He stopped him from doing that to fighters. Yeah, you cannot charge the fighter and charge me for the same job. You're trying to fleece the fighter and you're trying to fleece me. So no, I'm not going to do that. No. And a lot of the ways that Al Heyman was able to pay fighters more money was the fact that he would cut out all the people stealing from the fighter. For real. Stop stealing. It's not even lucrative. Here's the thing, you petty dummies. Okay? Watch this shit. Okay? Watch this shit. Say I want to do an arms deal. Listen to me. Say I want to do an arms deal. Something where I'm going to move like, I don't know, 500 tons of guns. Okay? I buy guns by the pound. Okay? I want to buy guns by the pound. So I don't care what they are. Just, I need 500,000 pounds of them. Okay? Now, when am I going to get this deal done? I'm going to get this deal done at a boxing match. Why? Because I can go to a boxing match and this guy can go to a boxing match and we can talk to each other and nobody can claim that we met with each other for that purpose. We can see each other at a boxing match. We can shake hands real quick. We can agree to it and we can keep it pushing, right? And we can do it in a boxing match, right? Real easy way to get something done. But what happens when you start sticking your fingers in the boxing match and you start bringing in a bunch of crooks, you start bringing in a bunch of arms dealers, you start bringing in a bunch of militiamen into the sport of boxing? And I'm like, all of a sudden, it's so much harder for me to get my deals done through boxing because all these other gun runners think they can come into the United States and wash their gun money. No, only person washing gun money around here is going to be me. You know what I'm saying? And that's all hypothetical. That's all hypothetical, right? Just telling you as an example. If I'm running big guns, I'm running big shit, and that boxing is part of my machinery to get that done, and then all of a sudden people want to start copying off of me, and then they start trying to do their deals the same way that I'm doing my deal, but the problem is you're trying to shut down fights, you're trying to manipulate all kind of shit. Bro, that's what you've been doing for the last 7 years. I have you niggas tracked back 7 years of doing this, bro. As soon as we hit the streets, bro, as soon as I hit the streets, all of a sudden there's a bunch of fucking foreign arms dealers running up trying to do all kind of shit in the United States because they think a nigga did it so they can do it. Hypothetically speaking. Hypothetically speaking. That is not true. I'm just saying, if in the world there was somebody that was moving shit like that, and you niggas want to follow him around, you want to copy him, you want to break his deals up, you want to get a piece of the deal. I see what you guys are doing. I see what you're doing. And you guys are going to get caught, bro. Matter of fact, you're already caught because I already know. Funny times, I hear dudes online gaming and they're like they're doing some illegal stuff. They are. They are, man. They absolutely positively are. They're washing all kind of money, bro. These dudes that got like 3 million people in the stream, man, please, you're washing money, bro. People been in this game for a long time, bro. All right, I've been studying this game for a long time. I've studied this game. You all gonna be in a lot of trouble, bro. Okay? What Wayne Roy did and what Kevin Batista did is something that a lot of you guys are doing. You're finding this young talent that doesn't have any money. You're treating them like they're a king. You sign them to a contracts of adhesion where you get 15% of all boxing related revenue. Now watch this. Why do you need all boxing related revenue? And how do you determine what all boxing related revenue is? But regardless, you got $500,000 and that's not enough. You still want to run around telling everybody that Gervonta fights for you, and you want to know exactly how much money was paid. How are you going to find it? Are you going to court to keep these people from paying Gervonta Davis's money? Are you like an unofficial embargo on Gervonta when if some money is coming to Gervonta, you file a court case and you file an injunction on them paying the money until this thing is worked out? Is that what you guys are doing because you think you have money and lawyers? Is that the game you're playing? Trust me, that game ends on a milk box. That game ends on a milk carton. I'm telling you, if that's the game you guys are playing, that game ends on a milk carton. People have been playing that game for years and years and years and years and years. You guys want to keep going back to the trough, going back to the trough, going back to the trough, going back to the trough. You exploit them for a little bit, then you exploit them for some more, then you exploit them for some more, then you exploit them for some more. Isn't that what Big U did? I wish Big U would ask me for some of my money. I wish Big U would walk up and say, hey, man, I need $30,000 for this for my nonprofit. Or, I got something on. I know where you got that money from, Or, hey, man, if you know what's good for you, nigga, I know what's good for me. What's good for me is to tell you to get the fuck out of my office. Do something. Do something. Man, a coward dies 1,000 deaths. You ever heard that phrase? A coward dies 1,000 deaths. Every time somebody bitches you, a little bit of you dies. Every time somebody comes at you and you don't stand up for yourself, a little bit of you dies. I am sorry, bro. That is one of the most true. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. You niggas need to go get a job driving a bus. Okay? Be brave. Here, let me introduce you a new type of bravery, you petty thugs. Listen, Blue Blood. I need you to listen up to this, Blue Blood. I know you listening because you one of them little petty thug niggas too. You one of them little petty niggas that I brush off tables too. I know a petty thug when I see a petty thug, bro. That's what you are to me. Lint, nigga. Lint. I don't care how big you are, bro. You lint to me. You're lint. You're lint. And you're in the way of my money. Okay, let me say two things. Number one, you're lint to me. Number two, you're in the way of my money. Number two, you're in the way of my money. Yeah, you are. You in the way of my money. And I'm not tolerating no niggas being in the front of my money no more. I used to tolerate it. I'm not tolerating any of y'all being in front of my money no more. Get away from my money. My money that's mine and money that's coming in. You dudes have created a blockade around the PBC. You have created a blockade around the PBC. You refuse to let any good news about them out. You get in the way of their fights. You get in the way of their reputations. You slander people on a daily basis. You defame people on a daily basis. Because that's all you have. Because you're pussies. I mean, for real, that's all you got is little sneaky shit that you do behind people's backs. Not to their face. Sneaky shit that you do to behind people's backs, bro. I don't beef, bro. I don't beef. You niggas are not big enough to beef. You're not beef. You're grain at the best. How can I beef with somebody that's less than a mouthful? Seriously, bro. You want to know who I beef with? I beef with big niggas. Really big niggas. I don't beef with Blue Blood. Blue Blood is nothing. He's absolutely nothing. It's not even his real name. I beef with niggas like Biden. You want to know who I beef with? I beef with cats like Biden. I beef with cats like that bitch nigga in New Jersey. What's that bitch nigga in New Jersey's name? The senator. Cory Booker, that pussy. I beef with Cory Booker. I beef with Hakeem Jeffries. Those are the people that I beef with. 2-cent politicians that think they got some power. Those are the people I beef with. I don't beef with YouTubers, okay? I don't beef with YouTubers. You niggas ain't nothing to me. I mean it. You're nothing to me. You're nothing to me. And I mean that to the bottom of my soul, bro. And every one of you know it too. That's the other thing. Every one of you know it. You all know it too. So don't fake no more. Don't come around acting like you don't know who I am. Don't come around acting like you don't know what I can do. Don't come around acting like you don't know what I have done. Don't act like that shit no more. Okay? And none of these petty bullies. None of these petty bullies. None of these. He froze me out in DC. Hold up. Hold up on Cory Booker. What did he do to you? He froze me out in DC. Cory Booker froze me out in DC. He don't think I know he did it, but he did it. Him and a guy named John Felchecchio out of New Jersey. John Felchecchio and Cory Booker. John Felchecchio was one of the major fundraisers for Cory Booker, and he worked out of New York, he worked out of New Jersey, and he worked out of DC. I used to work with John Felchecchio. John Felchecchio, I never liked Cory Booker. And the reason I never liked Cory Booker is I don't like politicians. And Cory Booker's full of shit. I don't know what else you can tell me. I'm listening to him. He sounds full of shit to me. So I told him I ain't supporting Cory Booker. He sounds like he's full of shit to me. So they froze me out of my business in DC. And them New Jersey niggas try to put a lot of pressure on me in DC. And I fucked them New Jersey niggas up in DC. And I'll fuck them New Jersey niggas up in New Jersey. I'll fuck Cory Booker up in New Jersey. I know who don't like me and who likes me, bro. Cory Booker can't stand me, bro. Because you know why? Because Cory Booker is broke. Cory Booker don't like me because Cory Booker is broke. That's why. Sorry, come on, I'll get your super chat. Now, Cory Booker don't like me. Hakeem Jeffries don't like me. Jesse Jackson don't like me. Jesse Jackson Jr. don't like me. Joe Biden hates me. I could go through the politicians, bro. Trust me. Because I've met them all, bro. I've met them all. And I didn't meet them I met them by giving them money. And I met them at their fundraisers. I know who don't like me, bro. Trust me. New Jersey, Cory Booker, and New York, Hakeem Jeffries are the number 1 and number 2 niggas that hate me. And you know why they hate me? Because I'm not going to give them no money. You can go to APAC, nigga. What you want my money for? Go to APEC. That's the only people you care about, Corey. Go to APEC. You go to APEC for everything else. Don't come to me asking me for nothing, nigga. Because you go to APEC for everything. So go to APEC. Go to APEC. That's your boys, APEC. You wanted to bring APEC and drop APEC on everybody I support. That's what you do, Corey. When I support a politician, Corey, you go to APEC, and APEC gives you a bunch of money to either get my guy beaten or to buy my guy out all the way. You know what you do, boy. You know what you do, boy. I don't give a fuck about blue blood. I'll slap Cory Booker in his fucking mouth, though. Believe it. You want to know who I beef with? I beef with Cory Booker. That's who I beef with. Cory Booker and Hakeem Jeffries. The number one coon and number two coons in the entire world. Now, I say this boldly. Cory Booker, do something. Hakeem Jeffries, do something. If all you're going to do is talk behind my back, you pussy, and try to shut my shit down, at least be man enough to say it to my face, bro. But I know you'll never say it to my face because you're too scared, nigga. And guess what? You should be. You should be. In the streets. I'm getting off this live stream. Corey, I heard what you said about the streets, nigga. I'm in the streets, bro. And I'm smarter than you, bro. That's what he really don't like. Because everybody tells Corey I'm smarter than him. Corey hates that. Because Corey is really smart. Corey is a great student. But Corey cannot hold a candle to me intellectually. Hakeem Jeffries, you're a smart guy. But you can't hold my jockstrap. And you know it. You can't hold my jockstrap in politics. You can't hold my jockstrap in the streets. You can't hold my jockstrap in a bank. You can't hold my jockstrap, bro. You know it. And you've been known it. You've been known it for at least 30 years, nigga. But I don't need to be a senator to do what I got to do, boy. I don't want to be a senator. I don't want to be a congressman. I don't want to be a lawyer. I want to be the nigga that you think I am. And I'm going to be the best nigga that you think I am ever. Cory Booker and Hakeem Jeffries. Now, do something. Do something. Because I know you pity pinching little fuckboys are involved in this shit. Because these niggas think you can provide cover for them. You can't protect nobody from my family. Let me repeat. They cannot protect anyone from my family. Nobody from my family. And my family are some of the nicest people that you'll ever meet, ever. Unless you fuck with their family and their money. At which point in time, all bets are off, buddy. So I'm going to get off this live stream. Don't you ever ask me about Blue Blood. He's a peon. Ask me about Hakeem Jeffries and ask me about Cory Booker. You want to know that? You want to know what I think about them? I'll tell you what I think about them. There are little peon niggas that are running around underneath them. I don't give a fuck about none of them. I'll take out a broom on them niggas. Anyway, I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful day. I went too far today. Oh, $50 holler. Yo, baby. What's up, Chillville? Noop. What up, Noop? Big time, bro. Thank you, man. I got to get out of here because I'm getting a little too loose today. All right, y'all. I'll get back with y'all tomorrow. That was fun. Please forgive me for snapping. Let me see. I'm telling you, though. Don't bring no blue blood around me, bro. He's a peon. He's a peon. I'm not talking to peons. Okay? Cory Booker, you're a peon to me. And you know it, bro. You know it. You know I can name your successor tomorrow, bro. Cory and Hakeem Jeffries. If I decide you niggas is out, you niggas are going to be out. And you know it. So you better sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. None, man. Just some hating ass niggas come to the chat acting like I don't know who they are. Anyway, I'm out. Much love, bro. Peace.